Hello, everyone, and welcome. We will begin our ceremony in just a few minutes. Before we do, I would like your attention for some important general and safety information for today's ceremony. In order to comply with the fire code of the state of Tennessee, we must advise you of emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of an emergency, please move rapidly and orderly away from the courtyard. In the event of a weather-related emergency, please move inside the nearest building. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes is prohibited, including all indoor and outdoor areas within the boundaries of our campus. Medical personnel are located near the F2 parking lot next to the Educational Resources Center, which is down the left side of the sidewalk and behind you. Reporting of emergencies or those in need of assistance should be reported to the campus police office located at the entrance of the Goins building ahead of you to your left. You are welcome to take photos from your seats during the ceremony. Once the ceremony has concluded and our graduates have recessed, each guest row will be dismissed one by an usher. Thank you. Oh, I'm not done. Please follow the graduate path toward the Haslam Math and Sciences building just down the sidewalk behind the stage. We will have light refreshments available. The courtyard area will not be available after the ceremony. However, we have several locations set up around the campus for photo opportunities with friends and family. Restrooms are available within the Educational Resources Center and the Bagwell building just behind you to your right and left. We would like to make the following acknowledgments and thanks as we get ready to begin. Springboard Audio Video for providing our audio and streaming services. Our student quartet of Shannon Stuck, Catherine Sweat, Brett Beard, and Janston Hunley, who have recorded our national anthem for our commencement ceremonies under the direction of Megan Humphreys. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Enjoy the ceremony.
Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Annika Schultz, and I am very honored to have been chosen to be this year's Honor Graduate Commencement Speaker. On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank the administration, faculty, family, friends, alumni, and honored guests for being here today. To my fellow graduates of 2022, we have made it. We have made it through our finals, and we have even made it through that class that we didn't really like. And now we are about to embark on our next journey. For some of us, that means going into the workforce. For others, that means transferring to a 4-year university. Whatever may be coming your way, I hope that I can provide an honorable farewell to this part of our lives. The individual standing before you today is certainly not the individual that started at Pellissippi. I began here as a junior in high school taking dual enrollment classes. High school was not very easy for me. You can ask my parents. I was one who always struggled with academics. I had to work very hard to do well in my studies. And even then, I was not a straight-A student. I distinctly remember times that I would study to death for a test or an exam and not even make a B on it. Thank you. When I decided to attend Pellissippi for college, well, I'll be honest, I did not want to attend a community college. However, I say that because my experience here has been the exact opposite of what I was anticipating. Pellissippi has changed my life. The pages are kind of sticking together. Pellissippi has shown that a community college has so much to offer. It has provided me with opportunities, quite honestly, I never imagined myself fortunate to receive, such as being involved on the Student Government Association, Speech and Debate Club, Skills USA, the PTK Honor Society, and writing a bill to help more students qualify for the Tennessee Promise Scholarship. Now, some of you may be able to relate to my story. You came here out of high school, you were nervous about starting college, then you started here and realized that this is, in fact, the real thing. Your grades and your success now falls on you. You began to be concerned about passing your chemistry class. You stressed about your GPA, and you kept second-guessing the major you had chosen. Adjusting to online classes was no joke. For many of us, we disdained online classes and felt that we just couldn't learn right. Maybe that wasn't even the biggest struggle you faced throughout college. Regardless, you are here today. You have earned your associate's degree. At some point, you realized that if you matched hard work with hard work of your own, it makes it feel much more rewarding. So on this day, we celebrate our accomplishments at this college, but we also celebrate those who have made our time here so worthwhile. For many of us, those people were our professors, who have also worked very hard right beside us every step of the way. Throughout my time here, I have met 3 individuals who have been very influential in my life, and I would like to recognize them today. Dr. Jesse Cragwell, political science professor, has made all my political dreams come true. He's helped connect me to internships, prepared me for interviews, and reviewed cover letters. Aside from his continual jokes in class about having no hair, he was always so intentional about engaging with every one of his students. Dr. Shaquilla Marsh, communication studies professor, is the very reason I have come to love public speaking. He has helped me improve my public speaking skills and has prepared me for many competitions. As Angela Wilhite would say, it always felt like Dr. Marsh was on the side of his student. His warm and heartfelt smile is what put me to ease and got me through my public speaking class. Dr. Matt Spraker, Director of Student Engagement, is the very reason I got involved at Pellissippi to begin with. Aside from giving me many opportunities, he always pushed me to be the best student I could possibly be. I will always remember him for that, and I'm quite sure he will always remember me for that one time I didn't go to breakfast with Santa. Many of us would not be the people we are today without the incredible staff and faculty here. That is what makes Pellissippi such a wonderful place. The faculty here truly care about the success of their students. They willingly gave us second and even third chances, and they were always right beside us to cheer us on. So, if there has been anyone, faculty, staff members, family members, who have made a large impact on your life, I encourage you to find them and let them know what their support meant to you. Pellissippi has certainly been a launch pad to many of us, but let us not forget some of the most basic principles we have learned while being here. Always be kind, have courage to face the hard things, make connections, because sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And finally, invest in where you are, for that is what will help propel you to more opportunities. Every single one of us has a story to tell, so let's do ourselves a favor and make the next part of our story a bestseller. Graduating class of 2022, we have finally reached this day. Whether you are going into the work field or transferring to a four-year university, we can continue with confidence because we have made it this far. We have fought throughout our classes, even when we wanted to give up. So let us know that we can accomplish anything we put our minds to. I would like to end today with a quote by former President Gerald Ford. Never be satisfied with less than your best effort. If you strive for the top and miss, you'll still beat the pack.
Hi. Are we having fun yet? Oh, okay. Thank you, Annika, for those wonderful and inspiring words, and to the Pellissippi State Student Quartet for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. I would like to take this moment to introduce you to the stage party. Who's doing? Okay. All right. Dr. Antia Allen is an outstanding full-time faculty member. She's our Mace Bear Assistant Professor in Natural Behavioral Sciences. And you just met Annika, our honor graduate. Dr. Anthony Wise, President, Pellissippi State. Dr. Rushton Johnson, Vice President, Student Affairs. And I don't have your name on here. Ann Lazat. Thank you, Ann. Sorry. We've got Roxana Beach, Associate Professor of Natural and Behavioral Sciences. Dr. Kane Barker, Natural and Behavioral Sciences. Dean Judy Feethy, Mathematics. Dr. Jonathan Fowler, Liberal Arts. Dr. Angela Lunsford, Nursing. Dean Inez Gibson, English. Dr. Jeffries, Engineering and Media Technologies. And Dr. Michael Wolf, Business and Computer Technology. Has it stopped? Can I put it down? I'm going to leave it close by, just in case. Just in case. All right. Commencement literally means beginning, and this ceremony signifies a new phase in your lives and marks a new chapter in the college's rich history. It is also symbolic of the commencement of my tenure as Vice President of Academic Affairs at Pellissippi State as I lead the faculty for the first time in these spring commencement exercises. So it is most appropriate that such a significant occasion include pomp and circumstance and traditions that celebrate the conclusion of your academic study and the beginning of new opportunities. Today's ceremony is also influenced by the impact that you have made on the college and the spirit that defines your success. It's time to take inventory of the skills and knowledge that you have acquired and the opportunities that you have created, and to anticipate the exciting potential that you offer to the immediate and global communities. There is a circle of support that has been with you on your journey today, to this moment, actually. The members of that circle, including immediate and extended family and friends, who are as excited as you are about the new opportunities that your education has made possible. Please join me in acknowledging their support today. Thank you. The faculty and staff of Pellissippi State are dedicated, creative professionals who meet the challenge of providing quality instruction and service to almost 9,000 students each term. As the faculty and staff of Pellissippi State Community College stand, please join me in recognizing your instructors, advisors, and staff members who are committed to our students' individual and collective success. Thank you. You may be seated. This afternoon, we welcome Dr. L. Anthony Wise, Jr., President of Pellissippi State Community College, to deliver our commencement address. To Dr. Wise, encouraging student success is the most important part of his job. Dr. Wise has been president of Pellissippi State Community College since 2011, overseeing the college's participation in Knox Achieves, Tennessee Achieves, and now the Tennessee Promise. He welcomed President Barack Obama, Vice President Joe Biden, and Dr. Jill Biden to campus in January 2015 for the unveiling of America's College Promise. Dr. Wise's tenure has been marked by his devotion to students, and for good reason. From 2007 to 2011, he served as Vice President of the college's Learning Division, after 3 years as the department head of liberal arts and 9 years teaching history. When he was a faculty member, Dr. Wise was instrumental in the development of the college's Foundations of Excellence initiative, which outlines strategies for student success. Today, he continues to encourage student engagement through high-impact practices like service learning, study abroad, and experiential learning. Dr. Wise earned a PhD in history in 1997 from the University of Tennessee, a master's degree in United States history in 1993 from Wake Forest University, and a bachelor's degree in history and business economics in 1990 from Wofford College. Dr. Wise was honored to participate in the Tennessee Board of Regents Academic Leadership Institute, the Global Academy for Leadership and Development, Leadership Knoxville, East Tennessee Regional Leadership, Leadership Blunt, and Leadership Tennessee. His board service includes Southern Regional Education Board, Knox Education Foundation, the Knoxville Urban Area League, Harmony Family Center, Great Smoky Mountain Council, and the Knoxville Symphony. Dr. Wise is married to Lynn and has 3 children, and we are honored to have him here today to speak with us.
Apparently the stage not level because all the water's collecting on this right-hand side of the podium. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Toon. I appreciate your kind words and your leadership at Pellissippi State. The last 2 years and the last 30 minutes have been pretty remarkable and challenging for higher education in general. I said this to the staff yesterday and faculty. At Pellissippi State, we've had a pandemic and a ransomware attack, and honestly, it's probably left us all a little woozy. Students, soon to be graduates. One of the reasons I decided to give the primary speech this spring was because I've had relatively little time with you over the course of the last couple of years. You spent a lot of time in Zoom and synchronous and asynchronous courses, missed pretty much a whole year of seeing you around campus, and this place is not the same without you here. A lot of college presidents don't spend an enormous amount of time with students, even though it's students who are the most important members of a college community. I consider it a real privilege and opportunity, and I'm really grateful to be here with you to celebrate your graduation today, even if it's a little later and a little soggier than we might have all expected. I will say as a historian, and I confirmed this with Dr. Fowler, an 8% chance of rain at 4 o'clock is not a 0% chance of rain at 4 o'clock. Now, I've attended a number of graduations over the course of my lifetime, probably more than most people, spoken at nearly 20 to provide welcome remarks, to introduce speakers, to confer degrees to graduates. I will note that I missed the commencement exercises of 2 of my children because of the pandemic. My oldest son graduated from my undergraduate, my wife's undergraduate alma mater, Wofford College, in 2020. His commencement was postponed a couple times and then canceled before a special recognition was held at a homecoming, and he had already moved overseas to go to graduate school. My daughter actually graduated from Pellissippi State in 2020, and I canceled her commencement exercises. So I didn't get to see her stroll across the stage. I got to see her name scroll across a screen in a virtual ceremony in the summer of 2020. The absence of those ceremonies from my memories make the opportunity to be here with you all the more special. Now, all that to say, I've never given the primary commencement remarks, so I decided to do what you might do if you found yourself in a similar situation. Now go to Google, type in the following phrase: how to write a commencement speech. In a flash, I have a handy 8-step plan on how to write a commencement speech, and I've already accomplished the first item on the list, thanking the previous speaker. Now, if I can get a motivational quote or two, it doesn't seem too hard. Remember the good times. That may be a little tougher. Share some good advice and create a call to action. We'll be out of here before you know it. So let's get started. Graduates, today is about you and your success. All of you share in the completion of a curriculum appropriate to the degree that will be awarded to you in just a few minutes. All of you share in the completion in the following in your courses to one degree or another: homework, assignments, quizzes, papers, Zoom calls, Teams meetings, problems, speeches, experiments, labs, clinicals, internships. All of you share in the completion of a degree in the midst of a global pandemic, with more courses and Teams and Zooms than you or I or any of us anticipated when you started, and the freedom and the frustration that goes along with that virtual environment. The process of completing a degree is rigorous, at times exhilarating when you nail that demonstration speech because you looked up on Google exactly how to do it, or you followed Dr. Marsh's fine instructions that were provided. At times exhausting. I have to rate how many papers in this class to get a grade? This is the perfect time to celebrate where you are and where you've been. And we are here to celebrate your success. We also might take a moment to recognize that while we are all on the same path at the moment, we all don't share in the same journey. I was reminded of this fact when I had a chance to visit Professor Ann Farr's College 1000 class during the last week of this semester. The day I was there, students were sharing their Hero's Quest papers, reflecting on their journeys, the obstacles that appeared in their way, the people who helped them along that way, and the lessons learned as a result. I want you to take just a moment right now to reflect on your own quest and what brought you here today. What were the obstacles that stood in your way? What were the obstacles that you face? And what lessons have you learned? I ask you also to think about the people that kept you going when you didn't want to push yourself any further. That professor who provided an extra office hour or study session, your spouse or partner who watched the kids so you could complete a group project, one of your classmates who picked up your spirits when you didn't do as well as expected on an exam or quiz. And that happens to everybody. It happened a lot to me in French in my first semester in college. Now, in just a moment, I want you to stand up. All right, I'll give you a cue. And I want you to shout out and point out those people who helped you along the way. It might be your folks who are sitting in the back. It might be some faculty who are sitting on the front row. It might be staff who are around the stage. But I want you to give you a chance to thank them. So let's do the shout out. Stand up, point out those that helped you along the way, show them some love. Tonight is about you and your success, but no celebration of your success is complete without thanking those who helped you along the way. All right. Another 45 minutes, I'll wrap this up. All right. Today is about you, but tomorrow is about you as well, and how you will take what you have learned to create a better life for yourself, for your family, and for this community. Doesn't matter whether you're going to be a welder, a nurse, an accountant, a maintenance technician, audio production engineer, or if you're headed to a four-year institution to study history or biology, management, or music. You have an opportunity to use your education, as Marian Wright Edelman suggested, for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and the world better than you found it. Now, given the state of the world at the moment, there seems to be a real opportunity for you and your class. Now, one of the things that excited me about moving into a phase of the pandemic where things were a little more relaxed was the resumption of public lectures in person by historians. I know everybody out there is not feeling that, but I certainly enjoy the opportunity to listen folks in my discipline speak. And a couple weeks ago, I had a chance to attend a reception and dinner, interview, and a lecture by the historian John Meacham. He's written on a number of topics, but most often biographies of historical figures like Winston Churchill, John Lewis, Andrew Jackson, Thomas Jefferson, and George Herbert Walker Bush. And although he referenced a number of historical figures and events, his primary focus the evening I saw him speak was the life of George Herbert Walker Bush, the 41st President of the United States, and lessons that might be instructive given the incredibly divisive and potentially destructive nature of American politics we see today. Some of the themes that evening might be meaningful to you as you celebrate your graduation and reflect on how you might use your education. Meacham argued that through an examination of the life of the 41st President indicated a commitment to neighborliness, a real sense of empathy for others, and a love of community that existed in a way that served not only George Bush well, but might serve you well. He provided a story from Bush's high school days. Unlike me, George Bush was one of the best, in fact, he was the best athlete in his high school. In fact, he was such a good athlete that when they had their end-of-the-year field day celebrations, the school convinced George that he should take a handicap to give everybody else in the school a chance at the competition. And George agreed. So he starts, behind everybody else, 20 or 30 yards. They're doing an obstacle course. Quickly begins to catch up, but he catches up with the worst athlete in his class. And he could have dusted that kid by and gone on to outrace all of his classmates, but he didn't. He stopped because his classmate was stuck, helped him get out of the mess and the jam he was in, and then went on his way. Now, Meacham argues that Bush didn't do this because it was the moral thing to do or the right thing to do, but that it was the neighborly thing to do. That if you live in a community, one of the things you do is you take an opportunity to help somebody because sometimes you might need that help in return. He also spoke about a sense of empathy that President Bush carried into his time in office when the Soviet Union was crumbling around Mikhail Gorbachev. And President Bush took the opportunity not to put excessive amount of political pressure on the Soviet premier, but to let things play out. And it served him well, and at the time it served the world well. And he reminded the audience, Meacham did, of the many occasions where Bush demonstrated both a love for country and community, perhaps no greater than his service in the military during World War II. Now, the example of neighborliness, empathy, and community I'm going to share with you comes not from the life of George Bush, but from the life of somebody named Wendy McDowell. And I learned of her story from a journalist by the name of Laura Quarrell, who at the age of 8 found herself alone and abandoned in Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Wendy was traveling from Bismarck, South Dakota, to Burlington, Vermont. Her parents were unable to travel with her, and they had trusted her safety to a 19-year-old friend of the family. The pair of them completed the first leg of the journey successfully, from Bismarck to Chicago, but their flight to Burlington was canceled, and the 19-year-old family friend left Wendy in the airport. Now, as a parent of 3 children, I have thought about at times leaving them somewhere and hoping that someone who had more patience than I would take care of them, and I never did that. But this 19-year-old family friend left 8-year-old Wendy in the airport. Now, this happened in 1979, all right? And Wendy was 8 years old. 8-year-olds in this country in 1979 did not have cell phone plans like they do today. All right? She was alone until a stranger noticed her distress and offered her assistance. She assured Wendy that she could be trusted, so she called Wendy's mother and father on a payphone. Students, that's a phone where you have to put in nickels and dimes and quarters, bank a certain amount of time so you can carry on a conversation with the person at the other end of the line. She assured Wendy's family that Wendy was okay, and then she arranged her travel plans so she could accompany Wendy to Burlington. She changed Wendy's perception of that day, the horrific feeling she had of being abandoned by someone they thought was a friend, by demonstrating real empathy for a child who was only a neighbor in the sense that they were passing through the airport at the same time. The place just happened to be one of the busiest airports in the world. The stranger restored Wendy to her community by traveling with her to Vermont and then disappeared from her life, leaving a lasting impression of a true act of neighborliness, empathy, and kindness. Now, I'm not asking you to search for abandoned children in airports in this country so they can be restored to their family. In fact, that's probably something you should not do. But I am asking you to think about how you will use your education, not just to make a living, which is incredibly important, but to make a life that is built on what you've come to understand about other human beings and our journey through this world, and seeks to serve the others that you encounter along that path. J.R.R. Tolkien once told his students that true education is a kind of never-ending story. It's a matter of continual beginnings, habitual fresh starts, and persistent newness. I wish you Godspeed on that journey of continual beginnings, habitual fresh starts, and persistent newness. And I hope you know that if there's ever anything I can do for you, you just have to ask. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Good afternoon. As we prepare for the conferring of awards, please note the special cords that some of our graduates are wearing for the various honors and achievements they have earned. At each commencement ceremony, Pellissippi State recognizes those students in the graduating class who have distinguished themselves academically by earning a particular cumulative grade point average. To recognize this accomplishment, some of our graduates have blue and gold braided cords adorning their caps and gowns. These cords represent our honor students who have a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Within our honor graduates, there are 3 distinct categories: cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. There is a detailed explanation of these categories in your commencement program. Amongst our honor graduates, there is a small cadre of students that have distinguished themselves even further. They have completed their associate's degrees and earned a perfect grade point average of 4.0. They are distinguished today by the Royal Blue Mortar Board. As they stand, now's the time to stand. Please join me in saluting them for this outstanding accomplishment. You may be seated. Amongst the many achievements within the graduating class, there are several students who have gone above and beyond to serve their communities or demonstrate mastery of their academic and career focus areas, warranting special recognition. The first group that I will recognize has given of themselves by volunteering more than 60 verifiable hours with local nonprofits and public service agencies while taking their courses. Accordingly, they have been awarded the Distinguished Medallion of Service. Caitlin Smith, please stand and be recognized for the outstanding service you have given to our community. You may be seated. The next group of students I will recognize competed against community and technical college students across the state of Tennessee this year in a skills-based competition sponsored by a nonprofit national education association called Skills USA. With a membership of approximately 400,000 students, alumni, and instructors, Skills USA is recognized by the U.S. Department of Education and the U.S. Department of Labor as a successful model of employer-driven workforce development that has been in existence since 1965. The student that I will call today placed first in her competition, earning her the right to represent the state of Tennessee in the National Skills USA competition, which will occur next month in Atlanta, Georgia. Annika Schultz, please stand. Annika will represent Pellissippi State and the state of Tennessee in the category of prepared speech. You may be seated. Please now welcome Dr. Toon back to the podium for the presentation of the candidates.
We now move to the part of the ceremony for which the candidates have worked so diligently. The candidates will prepare for the conferring of their degrees. Will the candidates please rise? Stand up. Stand up. These candidates have successfully completed all of the requirements for the Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Fine Arts, or the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. The faculty recommends these candidates to you for the conferring of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I do, on the recommendation of the faculty, grant to you the degree that you will now be presented. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. Graduates, you may now move forward for the presentation of diplomas.
I can use my mom voice. Oh, there it is. Okay. The following are candidates for the Associate of Applied Science degree. Rhonda Gail Goley. Joshua Philip Isham. David Allen Burke. Grant Clay Johnson. Okay. Olivia Diane Corley. Jonathan Patrick Boyd. Haley Renee Mitchell. Jacob Daniel Woodcock. Christopher Alex Bright. Andrew Samuel Kiker. Charmeen Ahmed. Tanya Isabel Morales Garcia. Inga N. Golubov. Cami Lee Cockrum. Mary Stephanie Christine Blair. Stephen Michael Varga, magna cum laude. Lori Beth Monroe. Samuel Wesley Howard, summa cum laude. Isaiah Thomas Kirby. Cameron Alexander Tate, magna cum laude. Chaz Dylan Morris. Andres Morales Rojas. Madison Carey Henson. Isabella Marie Palillo, summa cum laude. William Bryant Simpson. Thomas Hamilton Hodges, magna cum laude. Rhett Jameson Bragg. Okay. Megan Lee Emig. Riley Chase Mims, summa cum laude. Mark Jacob Mealy, magna cum laude. Caitlin Jean Griffin, magna cum laude. Alyssa Kaylin Ford. Derek Taylor Doan, cum laude. Brandon Michael Wary. Allison Embry White. Serafina Mercedes Neitzel. Alara E. Brinkley, magna cum laude. Nancy Lynn Abbott. Julian Thomas Texador, cum laude. Kensington Alexandria Haley Gallegos. Haley Elizabeth Greenlee, cum laude. Katharina Marie Bersero Lazada, summa cum laude. Samuel Glenn Hastings, summa cum laude. Heather Jeanette Jones, cum laude. Sabrina Michelle Turner. Orion William Zerby. Andrew Scott Miller. Caitlin L. Smith, magna cum laude. Anna Karen Martin, summa cum laude. Robert Scott Quiggle, magna cum laude. Zane M. Douglas. Tim Dabney. Michael J. Plains. Brittany Dawn Hahn. The following are candidates for the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Fine Arts, or the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. Annika Grace Schultz. Alyssa Pearl Ward, summa cum laude. Stephen Leslie Anderton. Amber Lynn Seymour. Morgan Elizabeth Coram, cum laude. Kyla Lynn Friedel. Kayla Nicole Scrudder. Sara Juliana Pereira Gonzalez. Nancy K. Bounds. Alexis Marie Casamasina, summa cum laude. Florine Andronik, summa cum laude. Ronald Dustin Gibson, magna cum laude. Isaac Luke Owens. Summer Aaliyah Ballard. Chelsea Dawn Underwood, cum laude. Jean Ellen Kathleen Vance, magna cum laude. Brianna Spring Weigel. Bailey Hunter Clark, cum laude. Justin A. Bright, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Joins. Lauren J. Cockrell, cum laude. Eric Quentin Ostrander, magna cum laude. Nina Nicole Swaney. Tristan Moratos. Garrett B. Prine, magna cum laude. Caleb Andrew Huffman. Daniel M. Butler. Leonardo Estrada. Brianna Page DeFries. Frank Maxwell McQuilkin, magna cum laude. Kara Marie Griffin. Ashley Joy Brown, summa cum laude. Bailey Love Moya, magna cum laude. Nice. Raylan Hope Moy. Amber Faith Moy. Destiny Madison Walker. Abigail Hanson, summa cum laude. Thank you. Thomas Luis Pena. Brandon Joseph Kavanaugh. Caitlin Ann Nenninger. Lindsay Grace Newman. Jacob Taylor Morlock, summa cum laude. Drew Stephen Martin. Alexandra Rose Tucker, magna cum laude. Sierra Abigail Wilson, magna cum laude. Aaliyah M. Matthews. Megan Marie Rains, summa cum laude. Dylan James Matthew. Galen Markarian Reed. Leah Dixon Cagley. Noah Carl Hutchins Fuhr, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Watkin. Yui Tren. Sarah Renee Weaver. Jacqueline Munoz Mejia. Christian Calhoun Guthrie, cum laude. Wesley Kenneth Terry, summa cum laude. Tierra Nicole Gordon. Maggie Harbison.
Let's go, Megan! Let's go!
Virginia Ann Hubbard Kublowy. Abish Faith Villanueva Mendoza, cum laude. Jared Wayne Newcomb. Alex Ryan Warden. Margaret Grace Kelly. Haley Marie Thompson. Ashton Lauren Posada. Sydney Rose Trammell. Taylor Lee McDonald Nelson. Michelle Kristen Smith. Harley G. Bryant, cum laude. Sam W. Haysham. Leah Howard, magna cum laude. Michelle Lynn Reinhardt. Anita Sims Ben, summa cum laude. Jessica Grace McDaniel. Michaela Page Bunch. Raven Mackenzie Miller, summa cum laude. Katarina Alexis Douglas, magna cum laude. Brandon Christian Harvey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of Spring 2022, please stand and recognize them.
All right, please be seated for just another moment. Congratulations, class of 2022. You've done it, and now you're officially a graduate of Pellissippi State. All the best. To close the ceremony out, we have an alumni speaker, Ann Lazat. Ann serves as Director of Communications and Public Relations for Pilot Company. With more than 20 years of experience as a communications leader, Ann guides strategy for all internal and external messaging and oversees day-to-day communication activities, including planning, implementation, and evaluation of public relations initiatives. She currently serves on the board of the Pellissippi State Community College Foundation and previously has experience on the boards of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of East Tennessee, the Cerebral Palsy Center of Knoxville, and was a member of the Executive Committee of Trucking Moves America Forward. In 2014, she was named one of the Greater Knoxville Business Journal's 40 Under 40 for her professional and philanthropic accomplishments, and is a past recipient of the Pilot Company Spirit Award. Please join me in welcoming Ann to the podium.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, first of all. You guys, that's so awesome. What a good accomplishment. I was honored to be asked to give the closing remarks today, and I'm excited to be one of the first to welcome you to the Alumni Association. As a graduate, you're automatically a member. I attended Pellissippi back in the 90s, and today I sit on the Pellissippi Foundation Board. My experience here was amazing, and it's my hope that you too will reflect on your time here fondly, remember your Pellissippi roots, and give back in some way. One of my favorite parts of being on the board and networking within this community is getting to meet fellow Pellissippi alumni. This school makes our community better with every graduate. You've overcome extreme challenges. You're tough, and you never stop trying to be better. It's often said that strong alumni participation is key to the long-term success of any educational institution. I encourage you to become involved with your alma mater. There are many volunteer opportunities and events throughout the year. You can learn about these on the website and through the alumni Facebook page, so please stay in touch. I ask that you consider giving back to the institution that has helped you get here today and to become involved. Congratulations on your graduation. I wish each of you the very best in your future endeavors. Please stand and remain in your seats until all of the graduates have left the courtyard. Congratulations.